The following web series depicts the real life and times of Lyrical Storm between 2013 and 2019. These unscripted events are not in chronological order. This is your boy Lyrical Storm, and you are watching Behind the Lyrics only on YouTube. So I'm on a busy corner of Grand and 7th Street and already have two businesses closed down. Might be another one, and the only one that stays open is this Chipotle that's across the street from me. But the Bar Louie over here, that one's gone for right now. The Bar Louie over here across the street, that's closed down. I don't know if that's going to open up. This was a club that I wanted to perform at. It's gone now. And we have the Grand that's across the street in Chipotle. And before this is all over, I don't know if all of them will still be open. Maybe Chipotle, because it's a chain that's been open for a while, but that's what the COVID-19 thing's been going down. If I go over by Staples Center, all of that's closed down. The whole LA Live thing's closed down. Now we're in the end of May. Hopefully in June they say things going to open back up, but one of the cities that opened up early, they found out that it got worse when they opened back. So I don't know what that means for us either. Over here on 12 and Figueroa, this is normally where I would perform at, right under the Los Angeles Convention Science Center. But of course right now we're going through COVID-19, so I'm not over here performing over here at this corner. But on a sunny day like this, on a Saturday, it's normally like, if sometimes it's a double header. So I would have had two things, maybe a Clipper game and a Laker game, or sometimes it's a hockey game and then a basketball game. But today I'm just running errands, buying some food, and going right back to the house. I just wanted to shoot this because this is not the normal of how Staples Center is on a Saturday night. I actually haven't been driven to do anything lately. I've just been a homebody and being lazy. I mean, I have a ton of projects. I have like 2 books, a song book and my first nonfiction book to do. I have 2 music albums that I'm supposed to be working on. I even have an old playwright that I haven't finished, so I feel like my work is stacked up to here right now, and I really need to get back to doing it. But instead of doing that, I've been playing mobile phone games and wasting time. I guess everybody needs to crash from time to time, and right now that's kind of what I'm doing. I mean, my music catalog and my books are long enough to where I really don't have to produce anything else. I can just reinvent the old things that I've done and do new marketing campaigns for them. I could do that for the rest of my life and still make some money, but it's my life journey. Music is like a life journey for me, and it's me telling everybody what I went through, the people who care, you know. I might not be the biggest name in the game, but what I do, I feel is rare. It's not what a lot of guys who are in hip hop don't want to play musical instruments like I do. So I bring some of the old stuff, the stuff that you used to remember with Rick James that made a Prince and all of the upcoming people like the Fugees after them. I study those arts and I put them into the hip hop. In the process of writing my new song book, I have sheet music that goes along with the song that I just played. To die 65, they say that's young. I'm not living for retirement, the option flung. Stolen money, wasted years to USA. Rather be a boasted name than number anyway. So that's how it goes with the flow. And I'm going to put that into with all of my songs. So after I'm gone, people who recognize Lyrical Storm as a music artist and a music composer, well, other people can study my work and have fun with it. A little quarantine fish fry going on, some tilapia. It's not normally how I cook it. I like to bake it, but gonna enjoy this. Okay, my sink has been clogged up for like a few weeks, so I went and got this snake that's on the ground right here from Husky, and I'm gonna unclog it. It's only a little bit of hair, if you can see that on the ground right there, that I've got out so far. So gotta put the rest of the snake in there and see what happens. See if I can get this cleaned out. I was cutting my hair before COVID-19, so I haven't had no problem with still having my hair cut down low. All I need is some shaving cream and a razor. I believe in God, so I believe this is maybe something. I wouldn't say it's the end of times, but it's a warning. I definitely believe something this powerful. It could be a death angel or something like that. Taking out people as an early warning before it gets bad. But maybe I'm not right. Maybe it is something coming towards the end of time, but I try to think of things in a better perspective, but this is definitely an eye opener for people who are not ready for the darkest hours. So at this point, I think it's very important to just see my family and friends. So I've traveled back home. Saw how they were doing, and everybody's doing good. You're making the most of the situation that you can, and I'm just keeping everybody in my prayers. I'm in downtown LA right now, walking around. I got to do a few last errands for the day, but I'm looking around downtown, and people have spoken about the latest police brutality and murder of another black man. Now, with everything that's been going on with George Floyd, which is a true tragedy, he shouldn't have died the way that he did. It just brings more perspective on Black Lives Matter. And I was supposed to be writing a book called Distorted Citizens of America, which has a part of Black Lives Matter in there. But the bigger scope is, this is a tragedy that you can see of police brutality against black people, uh, control system. I believe it's in writing to do what they do to us, to assault us, and to see if they can put us into a prison system to oppress us. But besides that, what do you do with the other black people, the ones who are successful, who do not have a criminal history and things like that? I believe that's where remote neural monitoring comes in, and that's something I've been going through for the last over the last 12 years that I try to let people know about, which is what one of my books is about, which is what my award-winning film I'm Not Famous is about. It's about remote neural monitoring, people putting implants into your brain to know what you're thinking and even to control certain actions in your nervous systems and your thoughts. A lot of people don't believe that, but with this going on, how they just brutally kill black people for no reason, this film that I made has won awards. I've proven it through an MRI that I have implants in my head. So this was all around the one side of one building. They tagged this up. I wasn't around for the riots with Rodney King and stuff like that, but this seems like a repeating of history. You know, it's just been ongoing. It's been a long time, and people are fed up. We go to CVS. Somebody broke out the window over here.
Oh, when I sit on dick, I get shit on dick.
I'm at the bank. They putting this up. Keep people from breaking the windows. So this COVID-19 thing then took up half of the year, you know. Everything's done went by very fast, and me music wise, something that for the last 8 years, all I had to do was music, and the incomes, the several income streams I can get from music was taking care of everything. Now I have to go back to doing some of the old stuff I did, working a regular job, you know, until things get back to normal. So I know a lot of musicians, if if you're heavily royalty based, where you get it off of your music because you will with a record label and things like that, most of the time you're probably fine. But if your income is based off live performing and other types of aspects like that, well, you're kind of out of work right now because if there's no nightclubs open, you can't perform at any nightclubs. If none of the performance clubs are open, which all of them that I know of are not working right now, you're out of work. You really don't have any income coming in. So I still get the royalty streams, but since I've never signed with a record label, I've done everything myself to own all of my music. That income is not efficient enough just to live off of. It comes in, but it's more something that I will save up, and it's not something that can pay what I need to, my monthly bills. So I'm back to doing a 9 to 5 again, which I thought I would never do again since I moved to LA. But it is what it is.